Hello everyone, welcome back to Rainworld. Playing Survivor. Oh, you know what? Let's let the cutscene play. Why not? I forgot to skip it, but I mean, what's strange? We're just playing Rainworld, you know? What evil mod do I have enabled? I don't have anything crazy. Well, that was kind of good. Does that count as a completion of that challenge? Hello for everyone who's joining in just now. Oh, I could have beaten that. It counts. Yippee. I guess you could say this, I want to do a 100% run, but I don't want any expectations of a speed run, so... Actually, I think I want to do more than that. Maybe like all the passages and neurons to moon and get all the pearls. Or at least touch all the colored pearls. That's what I'm gonna do. And if I knew the unlocked locations, I would probably try to get those too. No wall pounce? Oh, in that room? Actually, I don't... Well, does Dragon Slayer count? I forget the rules on like what passages you need to, or which passages require Survivor. Oh, you... Yeah. Still scary. Not anymore. I think Dragon Slayer does count. Yippee. But yeah, getting Survivor early would be really nice to make progress on like Monk and Saint. I think I want to get those early so I can just forget about them. Real Riv backflip. What was that jump? That was the creature fling. If you grab onto a creature and then throw and jump at the same time, you can get really high jump. So if you do a backflip at the same time, it's very high, especially with a green lizard. I think it works better with larger creatures. Yep, that's Dragon Slayer. I could get a pink lizard, but you know we're gonna get all of them. I don't have Downpour enabled. Well, I guess I don't have a more Slugcats expansion enabled. So no Slug Pups, no Martyr. That one's really nice to not have to think about. Oh, I should go and I should head over to the Pearl. Yeah. I thought about like maybe I could bring all the pearls to Moon as well. Turn on the passage with key items, but I don't know a good routing for that. Cause I guess like if I'm getting a lot of passages, I could like gather up like some pearls in a region, then passage to Moon, then passage back, gather up some more pearls, and do stuff like that. But yeah, there has to be a few pearls in like every MSC region. Let's go grab the outskirts pearl. And then well, I guess I should still be doing stuff, shouldn't I? But I kind of just want to rush to Survivor Passage. No Karma Lizard? No, that's a good thing. I'm happy about that. I could try to get the friend. Honestly, there's not much food in Outskirts though. I kind of ate all the fruit. This would be a good place to get friend, or maybe I should get it in Subterranean with the green lizard because it's not a caramel. That's what. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I will get a friend in Subterranean. It's not Sweden. Yes. I did not put speedrun in the title, although I usually don't, even when I'm doing speedruns. Okay, I have a question for speedrunners. If you're in a little tunnel like this, what's the fastest way to move? 'Cause, okay, obviously an E-slide, right? But let's say you have no items. I guess like doing like slide pounces, even though you bonk your head. Spamming slides. That does. Yeah, maybe. I might as well just say Twitch chat instead of speedrunners. Ah. How's the game volume, by the way? Sounds good. Oh, I don't need this fruit. Shout out to the fruit down there. Damn, he got killed. Actually, yeah, we're going down here. And you know what would be a good thing to do now? I don't know if it tracks my progress on Chieftain, but I think it helps to have higher reputation to start with, right? Because even if Chieftain is one that requires Survivor, if I just had max reputation, it would just give it to me instantly, right? Or maybe like give it to me the next cycle. So I'm gonna do some trickery here. Shout out to the fruit under the industrial bridge. Before Downpour released, I had an idea of making a video where I'd collect all the fruit in the game like that. All of the food that is like out of bounds. Because there, you know, you could use a grapple worm, you could use, you know, some movement tech. There's ways to get it still. Hello, welcome to the stream. By the way, if you ever want to steal a bunch of spears from scavengers, a good way to do it is to do it. Oh, right. This room is different. Here, you guys have a pearl. Get a creature to show up, and then use the tolls, the spears at the toll, to kill the creature. Ooh. Oops, sorry about that. Is he targeting me? I really did not want to throw a spear at your direction. I'm just trying to kill this guy. This room is way better this way. Right, right. I'm surprised that worked, actually. I just don't want this guy to be a problem. Hey guys, sorry if I like angered you at all. Okay, I have a pearl that I found on the floor. I don't exactly know how this exploit works. I'm just gonna give them like these 2 spears. I'm probably good to go. And also, I think that counts as... I guess I need to keep track of what pearls I'm collecting. What's the goal right now? Basically 100%. I want to get all the passages, I want to get all the echoes, I want to bring neurons to Moon. I don't know how many. And I want to get all the pearls. Or at least touch all the pearls, I think is what I'm going for. No! It didn't work. Rip. I don't know how long this will take. I mean, 100% speedruns aren't that long, right? Although this is not a speedrun. But I think I could have just dropped down. Oh, hi, Eggbug. I could have just dropped down and went through the pipe. It's about to rain. Almost. I mean, we got time. I find it funny. There's gonna be people who play Rainworld who haven't played it since Downpour released. They played Downpour, they beat all the campaigns, and then they moved on. Did other stuff for 2 years. They're like, hey, another DLC. I guess I'll play that one too. Meanwhile, all these crazy people have been playing Downpour, or even just base game, at least like pretty regularly. Not being able to play it for 2 whole days. You might as well just like disconnect the internet. I feel like there's gonna be an interesting effect. That was funny. I should be checking my passage progress. Really. A lot of people are gonna want to play the game without spoilers, and a lot of people are gonna be streaming the game. So I'm sure that a lot of live streamers, especially some bigger ones, are going to have some viewership of people who are like somewhat interested in Rainworld or just haven't played the game or like, yeah, whatever about spoilers. But also a big chunk of people are not going to be watching the streams. Twitter for like 3 minutes, yeah. And I finally learned how to do this roll. It's like kind of easy. Okay, just kidding. Like a few days ago, I was doing this, and I got it like every single attempt. It's like the easiest thing ever. I kind of want to just shelter a ton. And just get Survivor out of the way real quick. It's easy if you press up. Well, there's a pole right there, but like up like on this path. Watcher will be generally more difficult than Downpour. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to be easier. Because Downpour has a lot of hard mode characters. Actually, I guess it's just Artificer and Spearmaster, but they kind of took Hunter as the default difficulty. Because, you know, Survivor has no Cyan Lizards, no King Vultures, no Red Lizards, no Red Centipedes. Very few, like, overgrown Centipedes. But Downpour's like, okay, these are just the default creatures. Like, every campaign has Cyan Lizards, basically. Most campaigns have a Red Centipede somewhere, or a Red Lizard somewhere, you know. Those creatures are just the default for Downpour. But, the Watcher... I mean, I guess we're kind of speculating a lot, right? The Watcher might not have Red Lizards or King Vultures. King Vultures are pretty likely, I think, actually. I wonder what creatures, how many creatures are going to be seen again. Is it going to be a decent chunk of them, or is it going to be like very few? Like, oh my gosh, a scavenger. After like 3 hours, you know. Because I think the difficulty isn't going to be, look at all these difficult creatures. It's going to be, what is this creature, you know? Like, what is this, like, new environment? You don't know where to go. You don't know, like, it's just like playing. Because, you know, Downpour could be more difficult because it was the same map. We already knew the layout of the map. We know how to get to Pebbles quickly. We knew how to get to Moon quickly. So they had to make it difficult by adding in the harder creatures, right? Okay, the trailer had a pole plant, it had a scavenger, it had a blue lizard, and had some bug. Or I think like the very first little teaser thing. I'm sorry if anyone was avoiding every single teaser, even the very first one. Hey, we had to find out about it somehow, right? I think it's likely that... Yeah, only the first one. This is probably going to be lizards. I mean, lizards seem to be... What are you doing? Lizards seem to be like a very common creature in Rain World in general. But are there going to be the same types of lizards? There's probably some new variants. That worked. That goes against... What? How did that hit? Also, here's 2 more for Dragon Slayer. I think I'm gonna hop down here. I'm just like a little murder machine. Oh, I pinned him. There we go. I want to see if I can give this to a scavenger, and then I'll shelter. Hit from below. It just went below the head completely. I didn't expect that to work. I just thought it'd be an interesting idea to try out. I can wait another cycle. He wants me to go to Garbage Waste. It's kind of funny to me how out of the way Garbage Waste is. I feel like a lot of new players end up going to Chimney or Shaded first. Even though Garbage Waste is like technically the like intended route. I mean, shaded and garbage lead to the same place, of course, but, you know, one is a lot harder if you don't know where you're going. I'm like partially in bingo mode right now. I feel like I need to eat every caramel flower that I see, but there's no reason to. I don't have a counter that's like, you know, 2 out of 6 caramel flowers. Yeah, that was the thing that was disappointing about Downpour. Like, oh, new creatures, as in more lizards and more, you know, just more creatures that we've already seen. Okay, 2 more cycles. I think, yeah, I think I want to get Survivor as soon as possible. Shaded feels more intended. It really sucks, though. Honestly, one thing that is a little bit unfortunate about Rain World is the increasing reliance on using the map. And I guess by increasing, I mean from base game to Downpour, but it's pretty common in Shaded to use the map to see where you're going. Is this a scavenger? Well, that was pretty quick. And also with slug senses, being able to see creatures on the map, you often look at the map to see what's off screen. I guess that's better than nothing, right? Because people want some solution to camera problems. But if you're like always checking the map, it's a little bit, kind of gets in the way of gameplay. We're gonna be dreaming. Next Rain World DLC is gonna be called The Dreamer. That's kind of weird to imagine the possibility of many more Rain World DLCs being released in the future. Oh, hold on. Look at these. No, keep doing it, Iggy. Show me the funny image. I might have missed my chance. Yeah? Why are you doing that? I really want to see the one image that they show you. I can eat this up here. I'm sorry about that. You know what? I forget about these snails. I always assume that I need to go to like garbage waste or shoreline or drainage system to find snails, but there's some in industrial right here. Not that many, but you know, if you just need to find one. Hollow Knight reference. Hey, there's a pearl right here. Isn't that a funny coincidence? I guess I kind of have the feeling that like The Watcher is the first DLC and Downpour was just a mod, you know. Honestly, I wouldn't mind the possibility of the Rain World developers of Video Cults to just move on to new projects. And then for the Downpour developers to just keep making mods. Right? They give them a lot more freedom to make this whatever story they want to, right? Spiders are... they're chill. Jumping spiders are very cool, though. I have a feeling If you want to avoid everything about the Watcher, maybe don't watch the stream. I feel like the only thing I want to talk about. Here's Survivor. That's nice to get. Where do I want to go? Okay, I think I want to go to Shoreline later. I'd rather go there with a Neuron. Alright, let's go to Chimney then. I have a feeling that the Watcher is going to be a lot longer than people think it might be. Because our reference point for the length of campaigns is skewed by Downpour, where every campaign is relatively short. Or maybe I'm just thinking this because of the speedrun. Because if you really just run straight towards the goal every time, it doesn't take that long, right? Every run is shorter than an hour. Hey guys, the same pearl that I've given you like 3 times. Have it again. But like, when you played Survivor, when a lot of people played Survivor for the first time, it wasn't just run to Pebbles, run to the depths. It was so many things. Getting lost in the outskirts, or I guess just getting stuck in outskirts, going to Shaded, getting lost, coming back to outskirts, or going back to Industrial, going to, you know, this region, that region. You go all over the place. Downpour, like Artificer, I guess you kind of learn that every character's goal is to get to Pebbles. So if you really want to, you can just rush to Pebbles. For Artificer, it's like you can really just run to Pebbles, run to the end, and that's it. It's a super short campaign if you really just rush. And I should be working on let's do Monk and Saint first. So no combat for a while. You aren't helping. Because Downpour is 5 characters. And a lot of people we love situations like that. A lot of people just played all the campaigns back to back, right? And in that format, you don't want to like take your time and explore every single region super thoroughly and stuff. A lot of time, I think you get the feeling that you just want to finish the game at some point, especially after your first like 2 or 3 campaigns, you know. It's going to release later for console, which is kind of sad. I feel bad for the console players. In an ideal world, everything would always release on all consoles at the same time. Actually, I disagree with that, because Spelunky 2 did this really cool thing. Spelunky is a game with a lot of secrets, and it released on console first. And it means that people couldn't data mine the game when it first released. You had to play it on console for like a month or so. Well, I don't know how long it was, but for some amount of time you could only play it on console, and there was no way to data mine it. So people had to play the game to find the secrets, and it was so cool. Watching some like live streams of people playing Spelunky 2 for the first time, the way the like process of like discovering all these secrets as a community too, like it wasn't just, you know, people working together and still struggling to figure things out, because this is a difficult game, you know. If your goal is to find like the secret ending or the secret ending, like that took a lot of community effort. And it's just so cool to see that process happen, because people couldn't just data mine and then, you know, or mod the game or just like find the endings instantly, right? The moment it did release on PC, that's exactly what people did. Because at that point, people had still not beaten the ending, or the final ending, I think. Maybe not, I actually don't know, but information about the ending was revealed earlier than normal because of is released on PC, right? I wish I could help you. I could just hop. I could, you know what? Let's go to Shaded, just for Wanderer, or maybe I'll go all the way in for the Echo. Because I don't really have a reason to return to Shaded. Although it would be easier to get the Echo and Pearl from the other side. Yeah, I'll do that then. I know that if you check the wiki right now, it says that they're going to wait at least 2 weeks to update it at all. I think 2 weeks might be the time that I'll wait before I like stream the game or do like any speedrun stuff. But I have a feeling, like, imagine. Let's make some predictions. I have a feeling that the Watcher's map is going to be much more horizontal. Because base game is designed around pebbles and the depths. Two opposite points on the map, right? Five Pebbles is really high up, plus all the supporting structures like Precipice, like Chimney Canopy, like Sky Islands. All that is way up here in the world. And then you go all the way down to like Subterranean, and that goes even further down to the depths, right? So it's a very circular world map. You know, it goes some distance horizontally between, you know, farm rays and shoreline, but it also goes very vertical. I have a feeling the Watcher is going to be very horizontal, and there might be a very long distance to travel. Where, let's assume, you know, your goal is like you start here, and your goal is to get here and then return like here or something like that. I don't know, what, like, just like a random idea if that's the campaign structure. A whole story would be you have to get from here to there. Plus whatever other side regions are there, because there's probably not just, like, it's not one linear path of regions, right? So your path through the world could be, you know, all, like a crazy path that goes between regions and up and down and all sorts of ways, but you're eventually going to need to make it all the way over here. And that might not even be the end, right? And there might even be, you know, some other stuff going on. People have suggested the idea of time travel. I don't... That's because, maybe I shouldn't get into that too much, but, I don't think there's a high chance that's going to be the case, but it might be the case, and you know, that would add a lot more stuff to do. Maybe, like, partway through your playthrough, the world changes significantly, and suddenly you have, like, an entirely new goal. I don't know. But I feel like it's not going to be, you know, like an Artificer level, or like go here and then go there. Time travel seems so random. I should probably go a little faster. That doesn't really save time if it takes that many attempts, but... There's chieftains, that's what I said earlier about how quickly I could get it if I just had a high reputation from the start. We'll get Dragon Slayer later. Hopefully I can get Monk and Saint before Sky Islands, because at that point I'd want to kill a orange lizard. We have no idea, and it's also completely irrelevant. I mean, I should probably reference the passages more often. So Dragon Slayer, Outlaw, Hunter, those are all things I can get pretty easily. Scholar is something I can get. I think I need to visit Pebbles first, but that's really easy since we're going for the pearls anyway. So all I need to do in Chimney is shelter a bunch to make progress on Monk and Saints. So don't eat these guys. Grab the pearl, grab the echo. Actually, here's the popcorn plant. I could just shelter immediately, right? Actually, I could have starved. Is that tech? I could have starved and then eaten the popcorn next cycle, so that basically give me 2 cycles worth of progress with 1 bit of food. Oh wow. I think Survivor looks like a slug. So true. Hey dude, I have chieftain, you can't hurt me. Where's their fruits? I actually don't know. Where's a good place to get fruit? In Chimney. Hey, what the heck? Yikes. I can't save myself if I get grabbed by a lizard. Which is a little bit ridiculous, isn't it? If I just have to accept death. If it happens. Hello, blue lizard. I don't want to deal with you. Shoot, is there any food here at all? Okay, I know that I can go to, like, there's a droplet here. Why is there a droplet here? Has this guy always been here? Actually, I take back what I said earlier about the difficulty of the Watcher. It might have some more creatures like Mirrorspirds or Red Lizards, the kind of creatures that are so dangerous you can't fight them one-on-one, but you can't avoid them, you know. Because, you know, Downpour is very, like, power fantasy. Like, Artificer or Spearmaster characters that are meant to be hunters. That are, where your, like, gameplay is kind of based around fighting a lot of other creatures. And so they're very capable Slugcats with a lot of combat abilities. The Watcher might be the opposite, where it's more like, here's, you know, these guys are so, you know, these creatures are so dangerous you have to just avoid them. And you can't fight back, you're not that powerful, you know. Would that make it more difficult, or just a different kind of gameplay? I guess that is, it would just be different. There's some fruit up here. Can I, whoops. This does work. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't spend this entire stream speculating about the Watcher. Will the Watcher even have a special ability? The theory right now is they have some sort of invisibility, like white lizards. Maybe like if you don't move, you blend in with the background and it's harder for creatures to see you. Or you can actively activate like, invisibility, but maybe your movement is limited or something like that. Because in that very first trailer, you know, we saw the like environment for a while, and then like the Watcher just kind of shows up from the background. They were kind of blending in. Maybe that's just because they're dark. They are Nightcat after all. So that's just more of like a design thing rather than an ability. It's fine. I think I saw that trailer. The first one and the second one, and then maybe like a little bit more after that, and then I decided that I'd stop watching the new ones. Apparently there's some ARG stuff too that I don't really know anything about. Which I think is actually a very fitting ability. Maybe it might lead to some kind of passive gameplay, but honestly, that's part of Rainbow that I really like. The more passive, just letting the environment do its thing and staying out of the way. You know, because that was a big part of Survivor. Like, one way that you could try to survive is just trying to accept that you're not trying to... Oh, it's the scout, yeah. That you're not like the main character. You don't have crazy like combat abilities. You're just the slug and you need to survive. So maybe that means hiding and like trying to avoid combat more than like learning how to fight, you know? Hunts deer. Watermelon scav. This is very unique. He also has a huge head. It's just mirror, like their head looks massive, right? You better not go into the shelter. But like that's a very Watcher thing to do, right? To like hide in the corner of a room, just like watch what happens. Luckily, it seems like I'm making Saint progress faster than Monk progress, so I can kill things a little bit earlier. Let's go get the Echo. This guy's a problem. I'm kind of doing this as a reminder of like how to play the game. I don't always want to rush past creatures to try to just get lucky and like not get grabbed, you know? Usually the best solution to a situation is just to wait or to like go through a pipe or try to leave the room or something. And not to run directly at the problem and hope that you get lucky and run past it, right? I guess I should go to Pebbles right now. I don't know if I want to do that. At some point I'm going to need to bring a neuron to Moon. I don't know if I want to bring 1 neuron or 2 neurons. What do you guys think? Just a little bit of strat music in this room, probably a white lizard at the top. Or you. Oh man, I'm very excited for the possibility of more flying creatures. Oh, I. Like something that actually looks like a bird. That glides more than it hovers. Because vultures are great. They're very creepy looking. I love seeing people's reactions to them for the first time. Like, what is this like freaky like bird looking thing? Like vaguely bird shaped object with a jetpack. But also, vultures have been the only flying predator for like 7 years now, so. I guess noodle flies too, but they don't, you know, they're, I mean, I really like noodle flies, they're cool. I guess squid cicadas are a predator to like leeches and bat flies. So remember, I'm also trying to get all of the echoes. So here's the... What I could do is I could starve. It's not a huge deal. I'll just grab the echo and move on. Now, I feel like the hunter is actually going to be more difficult. Although, it might not be that bad in Shoreline, because there's a lot of jellyfish. Or maybe an area with a lot of centipedes. like garbage wastes. I guess I could go from shoreline to garbage wastes, right? They really made those echo tracks that, you know, knowing that they're only going to play for like 20 seconds. If you, I guess if you're talking with them, it takes longer, and you might stick around in the area for a little bit longer too. So I saw this other guy. Nope, I'm good. Pole hops are very funny. Imagine I ended up stabbing a vulture from off screen. You know what's crazy? I say that too much maybe. From watching new players play Rain World, spots like this are a huge problem. This jump, I mean, just knowing how to do a roll pounce is a huge help. And throw boost, like, look at how much distance you can get from just doing that. Knowing how to do that pretty much gets you past every platforming challenge in the whole game. Well, that's not true, of course, but, you know, it gets you past a lot of big jumps. And in Sky Islands, it can be a huge problem. I've seen so many people die to jumps in Sky Islands, here in Chimney, and in other random spots where people try to jump where they really shouldn't. Just knowing how to do a little bit of movement tech can help so much. I wonder if they're... Okay. There might be one part of the Watcher that has really difficult movement. You know what else that reminds me of? Silksong. Had to use a grapple worm for that. Hollow Knight spoilers, I guess. But if you've played Hollow Knight, you might know about the White Palace. Which is a very cool area. I really like the White Palace, and I especially like the Path of Pain. And I wish there was more platforming in that game, because I actually think the platforming is a lot of fun. I hope that Silksong also has like a White Palace equivalence, but also like a lot more movement in general. I think we do kind of know that, right? Hornet is a more mobile character, so movement seems to be a bigger focus, a bigger part of the game. I would love to see some like crazy platforming challenges in Silksong. Okay, we got Saints. We can now murder stuff. I can't eat a batfly though. That's against the rules. I still have to eat fruit, but I can do that. I can next week. Now, I'm not gonna say that, you know, we've been in a very similar situation before where like a handful of little bits of information about Silksong came out and everyone was like, surely it's gonna release this month or something, or next month. This kind of thing definitely has not happened before, several times. The cake was a lie after all, or maybe not, who knows. Man, the whole cake thing is very funny. Still, just... One other thing that I'm actually excited about is a potential new Smash game. I don't know if I've talked about Smash Bros. At all on this channel, but it is a series that I'm interested in. I've played a little bit myself. But Smash Ultimate was the last one to release, like 6 years ago or something. Which is kind of crazy to think about. And it felt like the kind of game that is impossible to make a sequel for. Because I'm kind of used to games where sequels or updates are a significant improvement because they were old. Right? Like, think about, I should just use the Dance Spear. Oh, I forgot the Chimney Pearl. I need to go back to Chimney and grab that. Because I took a really weird route through the region. Man, GD 2.2 as well. I forgot. You know, it's kind of sad. I was actually, like, really interested in Geometry Dash around, like, late 2.1. That was the time where a lot of really interesting levels were released. And I was not, I have played the game a decent amount. But, like, not a crazy amount. I'm not, like, a really good player or anything. Oh shoot, there's no no throwables over here. I would have killed you if I had a rock. Okay, I guess we just pipe juke. That was close. But there were a lot of really cool levels that released in late 2.1. And I think there's only a single 2.2 level that is released since the update came out that I've actually really liked. And I'm sure that if I looked for more levels, I would find more that I liked, right? But I just don't think I really like the like style of 2.2. Actually, no. There's 2 levels. There's 2 levels that I really like. Why do you have to do this? Like the Space Gauntlet is a he took the spear out of my hands. The Space Gauntlet was like a gauntlet that was going to be added to the game where the levels are made by the community and like part of a contest. Like the winners of the contest get their level added to the gauntlet, right? And just like looking at those levels, like, yeah, they look really good, sure, but they don't look like Geometry Dash levels. And this is like me being a boomer about Geometry Dash, like, oh, back in the old days, you know, very like I think I had like 1.9 to like 2.1 style levels where it's like, although they all do kind of look similar, I guess I could try to get Outlaw actually. I don't know if Pole Plants counts towards that, but oh, what the heck, what was that collision? But just like looking at a lot of 2.2 levels, it's like very more focused on like fancy effects and like camera stuff and, you know, the filters, shaders, I guess. I forget what they're called in game. But like, where's the gameplay? And yeah, I'm not playing the game, but I like looking at gameplay. And especially when the gameplay is synced well with the music. I will shelter here, sure. This should get me Monk. Like, so we can actually see what's happening. Yeah. Especially right after 2.2 released. There was a certain style of levels that was very like popular, as well as a lot of like meme levels or like joke levels or, you know, whatever was going on around that time. I did not like that, so that kind of killed my interest instantly. I'm not gonna get Outlaw because I'm not gonna kill anything for a few cycles. I say good Pebbles. I could kill these white lizards up here, but it's just one creature. Right, Monk. Oh, 5 Monk stars. New ranking system. Anyway, I was talking about Smash Bros. A while ago. Like 10 minutes ago. Before I got distracted. Smash Ultimate is like the kind of game where it feels like how do you improve on this? It's Ultimate after all. It has all the features, all the characters, all the levels. It has everything. Oh shoot. But I think the biggest thing to improve in that game, I'm sorry if no one knows what I'm talking about. Smash Bros. is a very long running series. Smash 64, I don't know how old it was, but it's pretty old. They were pretty economical. You know, they had pretty limited resources, so the character movesets are pretty simple with like a handful of references to their base game, but a lot of time their characters just had generic movesets, right? And especially with Melee, a lot of the new characters were just copies of other ones. Save on development time, because they had like none. Goodness, how awful it must have been to work on that game with such little time. Yeah, very, very little development time. Basically just had to say, well, we have this character, so let's just copy it and change some stats around, and there we go, there's a new character, you know? It's like Ganondorf is a copy of Captain Falcon. Shoot, I don't have any other examples. They're like the big one that's kind of disappointing. There's Young Link was a character. Roy and Marth. Fox and Falco, you know. Yeah, this kind of left a lot of characters with like a kind of generic moveset or copies of another character that has something to do with them. And a lot of times these movesets have stuck around because they're old characters. They're kind of they've kind of had to stay the same, right? Because the new games will add new characters that have, you know, new stuff going on, but you know, the old characters from the old games, they should stay the way they are. But I think with Ultimate, or with the next Smash game, 5 copy-paste sword fighters, almost. They definitely have different playstyles, but yes, they are very similar. The next Smash game has an opportunity to go back to those old characters and revamp their movesets, and actually like with references to their original game, and because like Ganondorf is like not represented well at all. He's basically just like a generic like heavyweight fighter with like big strong attacks. But like, what about like anything about the Zelda games that could have been part of the moveset? There's like nothing. There's like no references at all. Like he uses a sword in his moveset, but it's not even the same sword that he uses in one of the games. And he actually very rarely uses the sword. He usually uses magic, which also is not in his moveset at all. Don't mind me. I'm just breaking the laws of physics. I guess this is an opportunity to plan out my route a little bit. I'm gonna get some neurons here. Slug backflips are just part of the laws of physics. Yeah, I guess so. I need to go to Chimney again at some point. I guess I can just go down there on my way to Sky Islands, but I don't think I'm going to Sky Islands right now. I think I'm going to Moon. Because I need some of these. Did I eat already? I did eat already. I should have saved one spot so I can get the neuron glue, but I'll just take 2 neurons with me. No! That was so close. Come here. Ah. Oh, I grabbed the pole accidentally. I almost grabbed that one. I wish this room had like 50% more neurons in it. Would that be nice? Grab any of them. Thank you. And one more. Thank you. That was not that bad. Hey, Pebbles. I hope you don't mind me taking these. Like how swallowing an item pushes you around. If I went to Shoreline right now, actually there is a route that I could take. Go to Shoreline, bring it to Moon, also grab all the pearls in Shoreline. Then go to Shaded to get the pearl and the echo. Then... I guess go to Garbage Wastes. I guess what I could do is go to Garbage Wastes. So just go to Shoreline, then go to Shaded, then come back to Shoreline, then go to Garbage Waste, then Drainage, then Outskirts. In Outskirts, I can get to... I guess I could go directly to Farm Rays, but I do need to go back to Chimney, right? So I guess I just rush from there all the way up to Chimney, grab the Pearl, then I'd go to Sky Islands. How's this thriving going? Pretty well. Oh, I am alive, so I guess it's working out. You know, since I am up here at Pebbles already, I could just go to Chimney right now while I'm here. Actually, I guess I need to get to Shoreline first, so I should go through Shaded. Or I guess what I could do is go to Sky Islands, Farm Rays, Outskirts, Industrial, Shaded, Shoreline, Garbage, Drainage, Subterranean. Right? Because at that point I wouldn't need to like take the Farm Rays path. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I have no idea what the 100% route is. I'm not following it. Oh, I do need to get the Subterranean Pearl though. Can you get that Pearl from Farm Rays? I guess if you or from Subterranean. Because I just think of it as like if you're from the Farm Rays entrance, you can just pounce across. I guess there are a bunch of spears. You could climb all the way up. I don't know how reasonable that is to do. It probably wouldn't be that bad, right? Oh, I'm gonna have to get that deer pearl. Okay, that's gonna suck. I forgot about that. Conveniently. Okay, there's Monk too. I'm glad that I actually got Monk. Well, because I didn't eat any neurons. But I think that it still would have counted even if I did eat neurons. I glow now. If I can get a Subterranean Pearl from Subterranean, I think I'd rather do that. And just go to Outskirts after Farm Rays. Yeah. And I don't really need to carry any other items in my stomach. Pretty much only the neuron matters. I'm bad. So, okay, go down to Chimney just to grab the pearl, but I won't be returning to Chimney later. I'll just be going to, Sky Islands. There's a lot of Sky Islands pearls, aren't there? Although I don't have Downpour enabled, so it should just be 2. There's only 2 pearls normally, right? Because there's one at the top of Communications Array, and there's the one at the top of the other tower, closer to Farm Raise, right? Oh, right. Sure, I'll give you. All these bat flies. Man, the way that the moon gets distorted. Yeah, Downpour adds a bunch of pearls. Because there's, the way it worked in vanilla was there's only 2 pearls in Sky Islands, but each pearl can randomly pick one of the 5 messages. But then Downpour was like, that's stupid. Let's just add 5 pearls for each message. You know what's very interesting about Rain World? The sky always looks exactly the same. The stars are... I think the stars are always in the same place. The moon is definitely always in the same place. Is that strange? There's 5? I think so. It's nice to already have Monk and Saints out of the way. The Scholar, right. I can work on... I mean, I'm gonna get the Scholar. That's just gonna happen. Actually, it's really not that bad. Hunter is probably the only difficult one left. The rest of them are just gonna happen, actually, because of my routes. So I just need to find enough Batflies, really. Batflies and like egg bug eggs, I guess, and centipedes. So there's 1 pearl already. And I know that there's usually a lot of egg bug, or not egg bug, Batflies. There's usually a lot of Batflies by the Echo Room. Man, I feel like the city in the background looks worse after Metropolis. It was such a cool sight in base game. Like, wow, that city is crazy. And now it's like, man, it's Metropolis. I don't like that place. Yeah, look at all these guys. I mean, I'm sorry, Metropolis. You're kind of cool. You have a really good intro song. What a cool game. How? Okay, I need to remember not to eat any fruits. If I was going all the way to Shoreline, would be a better, or it would be easier to get Hunter because of all the jellyfish. Thank you. That makes this a lot easier. It's funny, they put so many white lizards in that area, but it's also so easy to kill them in that room. There's also, oh wait, there's orange lizards right here. There we go. It's not that bad. Murder. Okay, maybe we're done. Maybe we're done here. I don't need to kill that many. I mean, Outlaw is a pretty easy passage to get. More Batflies. Oh, I could passage. I forgot about this room. Or I could have sheltered. I think that would have been more ideal to shelter in the top one and eat more Batflies in this area. But there's plenty of Batflies in Chimney as well. So it's not that big of a problem. And then in Sky Islands, there's going to be a lot of centipedes. And egg bugs and thunder. There's everything in Sky Islands, really. Oh, that's Outlaw already, just from a few lizards, really. And the only lizard left to kill is a mole lizard. And of course, we're gonna get that eventually in like subterranean or something, or shaded. I'm probably not gonna spend too much time in shaded, so maybe not. Oh man, I feel like there's a possibility of the Watcher having so many new things that we're not even thinking about. Like, what about passages? Are there going to be new passages? I mean, there has to be, right? But like, are there going to be like, are the passages going to be replaced, or is it going to be the same passages and like a few new ones, like what Downpour did? And we already got this Echo, and oh sorry, I just sent that Bat5 flying, even though he already was flying, but. Hey, I got him. Hiding off screen. You can't hide it from a slug cat. Very proficient hunters. Let's shelter. I want to shelter again. Just to, well, okay, I guess it's not a huge deal. I have plenty of places to shelter. I'm not in any rush. I can just go grab the pearl, then come back. I could try to kill you for no reason. Okay, he's just gonna run away. For whatever reason, I just thought about Lethal Company right now, and the way that some of the monsters in Lethal Company work. Because a lot of them, and like similar kind of creatures in like horror games or like SCP type games, is that each monster has like some sort of gimmick to it. Kind of determines how you interact with them. Like a Koa head is like super fast, super dangerous, like kill you in like half a second, right? I see you. That was actually a really good spot to hide. From this camera's perspective. Like, Koa heads are like super dangerous, but if you look at them, they do nothing. They just freeze completely. So that's the counterplay. That's the way you deal with them. Which is, you know, really difficult if you're alone or if you're in a small group, like having to dedicate an entire person to just to stare at this monster, right? Like other monsters have they have counterplay. They have like some sort of strategy that determines if you see this monster, what do? You know, it's like a very split-second decision where it's like a Nutcracker can't see you if you're not moving. So like the moment you see Nutcracker, it's like stop moving instantly, unless you know they're running around. But you know. And that kind of design kind of applies somewhat to the Rain World as well. It's like seeing a creature and like knowing what you need to do to avoid it. Although I don't think it really applies that much. Like did this scavenger just follow me? All the way up here? I saved you. How does that apply? Like, I guess mole lizards are blind, right? So you need to be stealthy around them. Centipedes are also kind of blind. I mean, I'm not entirely sure to what degree they are. But you can try to be stealthy around them too. Oh, come on. What kind of trick was that? Oh, you're so dead. You don't know how dead you are. I'm bad. Well, I'm faster than you, so goodbye. There's the second one. Why didn't you go after the lizards? I'm taking risks that I should not be taking. We're live though. We're chilling. Oh, what are you doing? Why have I seen so many vultures in the past like 3 days that just do this? How does that help you at all? Usually it's king vultures doing that. It's gonna rain in like a minute, so this guy has to get moving anyway. Hello, YouTube chat. It was broken. Why did I do that jump like that? YouTube chat likes to break every once in a while, and it doesn't show me new messages. So it looks like the chat is just is quiet, but people are actually posting stuff. I'm just not seeing it. I have to like go and refresh the page to see it again. The Watcher passage. You know, it's the Watcher isn't named after a passage, which is a thing that mod developers love to do. I mean, we already have the Monk and the Survivor and Hunter, right? Those are passages as well as characters. I guess downpour characters aren't passages other than Saint. I mean, Artificer isn't named the Outlaw, but there's probably a modded select out there named the Outlaw, right? But it's not like Downpour added passages for the Downpour characters. Like, it's not like there's a gourmand passage for eating a ton of food, although that would be kind of a funny idea. I think it'd be too easy, right? You're eating food anyway, so it's more of a different form of Survivor passage. I think we're moving on. I have different outlaws in the workshop. There's a Wanderer, there's probably a Scholar out there, right? Is there a Dragon Slayer? Is there a Chieftain? Is there a friend? I know actually there is a friend. The blue's like, or is it? I think it's blue. Kind of look like Saint. I actually do want to check the map. Okay, I was correct about the pearls. They are where I expected them to be. Which means that I only need to get 2 pearls in this region. Yeah, Pearl Cat is pretty similar. This is a really annoying situation. It's fine. We figured it out. We're looking for batflies. There's usually a lot of batflies in Sky Islands. I saw them last second, but I just happened to be holding a spear. That was actually a bat fly right there. Yeah, here's the little nest. And that guy mixed me up. And I guess I might as well just head to, yeah, Center Wings too. It was not a concern. Let's just head to communications array right now. Might expect to see a white. Oh, here you are. It is a nice song. Hey guys, good luck with this. Oh, nice. Got the explosive spear. Actually competent scavenger. It'd be kind of funny to bring a pearl moon and see what it says. This pole got added in Downpour. I didn't know that. Downpour, of course, lets you climb all the way up there. But that was added in. Oh, I guess the pole is there, just in the background. That's funny. Anyway, I just want to touch that pearl. Oh, I could have given that to you guys. Sorry. For what reason could these scavengers possibly be here? I guess it kind of makes sense. There might be more pearls. But yeah, those ones are all the way up there. They're not very good at climbing. That sucked. Ooh, Sky Island's threat, the best one. And we have plenty of food. Okay, we shelter now. And we head over to the Echo, probably what I want to get next. I want to check my progress on the Hunter. So I actually already have half of the passages completed. Not making any progress on the Scholar. Do I need to see Moon for that? So I have been picking up pearls, although maybe the Sky Islands pearls don't count for some reason, and maybe because I already picked up the Wall Pearl, that didn't count either. But I did definitely get the Chimney Pearl, so I think I just need to see Moon. Also, we're just now making progress on the Hunter for some reason. There should be some centipedes in this room. Or maybe I'm making that up. Yeah, that might be a Downpour thing. And there's no platform down there. Here you are. I picked up a cherry bomb. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're doing a sort of 100% run with just Survivor, no Downpour enabled at all. There's some bat flies. Oh, it's these guys. I think these bugs, these are in the Watcher. Or, I don't know, maybe it's a different type of background bug, but something like that is in, like, the very first trailer. Damn. Oh, the camera. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll do this. See, not a problem. So many center wings. A little party going on down there. Bugs confirmed for the Watcher. Let's go. Well, this is where this song plays. That's neat. Oh, that's okay. Maybe that's possible. That's funny. Well, let's head back there. Oh, that sucks. Actually, I really don't want to die because it takes back progress on the Hunter Passage. This guy is still here though. These guys are also watermelon colored, actually. It's very, very watermelon type of day. No, I want to go into here. With watermelons. I mean, it's because I said that because there was a scavenger with a similar color scheme that we saw earlier. I guess it'd be easier if I just went down here. And you can see that there's no pearl down here. There normally Downpour adds a pearl there. Yeah, nice jump. Hey guys. I'm only here to enter this room. And I'll be leaving immediately afterwards. Goodbye and have fun. Yeah, I think Downpour adds a lot of centipedes to this general area. I guess just the Sky Islands, right? Oh, Eggbug. You would be really nice to eat. He took my rock. I missed. Okay. That was a bit risky, but we're chill. Can I pick you up? Oh, but you're very heavy. Maybe I can still bring you to the shelter because that'd be a lot of free food. Oh dear. Scavengers, of course. Oh, you got very close to that pole plant. If you want to stab that dude, instead of staring at me, okay, that's your mistake. Scavenger. He took the karma flower too. Also, I realized that there is an egg bug like right next to the shelter, so bringing this guy up here is kind of irrelevant, but whatever. Because the blue desert, but only rocks. Was that take like 150 rocks or something? More than 100, right? Why are you in here? I know, because you wanted to give me a spear. I could kill this egg bug and shelter instantly. Thank you. How kind of you. I should have probably let him leave the shelter first. It only took 5 pebbles. Absolute cinema. There's actually still a bit more food in there, but I could try to kill this guy with rocks too. They don't have much health, but you know, scavengers have spears, so that's easier. Hopefully this guy doesn't mind me stealing from him a few times, but And I've chieftain, so you shouldn't care. You already have mushrooms. Dude, why are you giving mushrooms? I already have an infinite supply. If you left, I'd actually appreciate that more, you know? I don't think I really want you to be in here. No. You don't understand. You don't understand. Ah, I tried to whiplash. I was so close to feeding him that egg bug. I like didn't want to hit him with a spear either. That's even less progress on the hunter. That's kind of unfortunate. Yes. Get out of here. Go. Leave. Oh my gosh, you're the worst. You're the worst one. Out of all the scavengers, you are the worst. I've decided. How much food is in here? We got 3 more eggs. Okay. That's actually enough to shelter again. I thought that I had already eaten most of them. This is a pretty rare dream to see, for some reason. So I probably am back on like 2 days worth of progress on. Well, okay, that's decent. Yeah, if you die too much, it can really get out of hand, and it'll take a lot longer to make progress. That can happen for Hunter, because you have limited cycles. You might just run out of cycles to get that passage, and it'd be really unfortunate. Especially since you need to get that and the monk, which work in a similar way. I'd also really like to take this egg bug out of the shelter. Now you're dead. Yeah, this slugcat is kind of a menace. This should give me the hunter passage though. I've done on this one in the next cycle. Yeah, that's it. So we only have Wanderer, Dragon Slayer, Scholar, and the Friend. I'm gonna get Friend in Subterranean. I'm gonna need to touch other pearls anyways, so I'm gonna get Scholar. And the Wanderer is just part of the routes. I don't think I'm missing any regions. No. There's no like weird ones like Pipe Yarn. I could lose Chieftain. That's a possibility. Oh, the Echo. Right. We gotta get all the Echoes too. It has already been an hour and a half, so I don't know. Oh, come on. That's a really difficult wall bounce chain for some reason. I'll try to go a little bit faster, but this is not a speedrun or anything. Okay. So I need to grab the other Sky Islands Pearl, and that's it. I don't think there's anything else to do in here. So I can actually speed up quite a lot. I don't need to like farm for passages anymore. So we got 1 more pearl. Farm Raise has 2 pearls. One of them really sucks, so that's gonna be annoying. It might take a long time to get that one. Very close jump. But our other Pearl is right up here. If I wasn't holding rocks, I'd be eating those bats. But I want rocks to throw boost up here. There we go. Here's the other pearl. I'm just gonna leave that behind. We can grab some food. There's so many bat flies. When you think it's a scavenger, but it's actually just 2 bat flies in a trench coat. Okay, that's enough food. We can get moving then. Last time I heard this song, I hear this song often because it's the first one on the playlist. So if I open up the playlist, I hear this, and then I switch to another song instantly. Maybe because of that, the playlist doesn't move back to it because it's technically already listened to. I think if anyone, it should, you know, should be on the playlist. Because of the song's feelings. Well, okay, I don't want to start with the same song every time, so I want it to be random. But, you know, if it randomly picks that song to start with, then, you know, I just go along with it, right? That's fading out. So, what was the route here? Do I want to go to Subterranean? I think I was going to try to grab the Subterranean Pearl from Subterranean. So I just need to get to Outskirts and grab both pearls on the way and the Echo. So here, ow, that hurts. We can grab a pearl here or the scavenger toll. I probably just want to shelter for safety, really. Well, this area is pretty safe. I can shelter at the next one. Need sub echo. I hate sub echo. That's true. That's very true. Well, we'll get that one. If I can get it without sheltering at all, that'd be great. So that I come back to this shelter. But because of reindeer, it might take a while. So I need to get a long cycle. I might reset for a long cycle. Nope. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I really need to optimize my strategy. Let's actually spit out this neuron. If I am successful in making it all the way to the Echo, I'll just come back here anyway, but I would like to hold on to Spore Puffs in my stomach. I think the fastest way to get a reindeer to show up is to throw the Spore Puff immediately when you enter the room. And then maybe you need to feed them a Spore Puff to like grab onto them, but usually you don't need to actually. Who really understands deer behavior though? I don't really need food either. This is all assuming I'll be able to make it to the Echo, which is quite far away. And, you know, reindeer RNG. Deer psychology. Okay, fine. I guess that the hunter can make that jump, but survivor struggles. Hello. Please show up to another room later when I call for you. All right. And now we wait. But a deer might spawn like right here. I don't think so. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for them to cross the room. So I think when you throw a Spore Puff, it does spawn in a deer. But, you know, if that deer spawned here, then it's still gonna take this long for them to get over here. Unless one shows up right now from this side. Oh, okay, a deer is close when the worm grass start reacting like that. Any day now. I think the inputs for the crawl turnabout counted as me shaking around. That's funny. That was actually pretty quick, or I guess ignoring the how long it took for them to get here. That was pretty fast. Please keep moving. It's like the one thing you do all day. Thank you. Now, do I have enough time in the rest of the cycle? I mean, it's a pretty long cycle, so. Got a new microwave? Do people name their microwaves? I mean, I feel like Michael is too obvious, isn't it? There's probably at least 100 Michael, the microwaves in the world. Thank you for actually working. I really want to rush to the next reindeer as quick as possible. You shouldn't hear from me about any naming at all. Hold up, this is an opportunity. I'd really recommend that you get out of there, man. You should probably stand up. Thank you. Even more? Keep going. Yeah, there we go. I wonder if the reindeer would have died if they just sat there. 'Cause, you know, reindeer can die to worm grass, but maybe they need to be stunned in some way first. Oh, yeah, keep going, keep going. He didn't, like, crash into the ground like normal. So I guess that's an improvement. Just trying to be careful. Surely the Rain World developers had to have made this room and tested out with a reindeer and notice how like catastrophically they fall down that cliff, and just like left it in. Like yeah, they'll just work like that. Or maybe they just got lucky and the reindeer always worked like they did just now. Thank you, reindeer, for actually working. Miraculously. Now here's the thing, I could shelter here and lock it in. I have two routes I could go, right? I could go through Subterranean, eventually get to Shoreline. And Shoreline is where I want to go eventually, right? To go from Shoreline to like Shaded and Garbage Waste and, you know, all those areas. I still need to get the Farm Raised Echo. I could shelter here and then try to, actually no, I can't. There's no Yeeks. I've crossed the point of no return, so I can't go back to Farm Raised now. Unless, of course, I got the Subterranean Echo. I think I just stick to the plan. Just grab the Echo. Grab the Echo, and then I can get the Farm Raised Echo, and then I can go to like Outskirts and Shaded. Outskirts, Industrial Shaded. There's also a pearl in this room that I can't grab yet. What if I could see it from here? Yeah, that pearl. That's not too far from the bottom of the room. Like a handful of spears might be able to get me up there. A little beast. Have some spore puffs. Okay. That's the Subterranean Echo. And we just keep on moving. That was probably the most efficient path that I've taken through Farm Raised. I mean, I guess if the first reindeer showed up a little bit earlier, it would have been better, but they actually moved when I wanted them to, so I guess it went pretty well. What a cool song that plays for like 5 seconds. Yep. Both the Subterranean song and the Echo song, both of them only play for like 5 seconds. And I see an opportunity to get food, I might as well take it. Also, I kind of forget, Rain World is a quiet game. It's like, there's no music most of the time. That's just how it is. Because I always have the playlist going, you know? I know, the ambience, the sounds of the creatures, that is Rain World most of the time. Hopefully this guy doesn't catch up to me. And actually the scavenger should let me through regardless because I'm chieftain, but I will pay them. I have a pearl. That was actually a mistake. I probably would have had an easier time just going under them. But they were stunned for so long it didn't matter. Okay, first Farm Raised pearl is right up here, but the next pearl is the real problem. I guess I don't need to shelter. I don't need to shelter for like monk or hunter. I could just kind of keep going. It's a pretty consistent way to do that room. Sploosh. The next room though is actually slightly spooky. Could die to worm grass. Try not to. Hey, dude. Okay, it's not that bad. One good AI jump pretty much gets you across the whole thing. Oh, sorry about that. He like spawned in right as I threw the spear. That's funny. I use it, but I use the Squid Kata, obviously. You need to remember that this game does not account for movement tech. It accounts for Squid Kata. They let you do everything that movement tech lets you do, basically. Let's grab the Echo. Activate the Echo, shelter. Get the Echo, and then go and grab the Pearl. Which might take several attempts, but we'll just have to see. I don't need to carry the Pearl with me. I can just pick it up and throw it away instantly. And that will count. So if that's what I have to do, I will do that. Probably be easier to carry more Spore Puffs after all. Why are these cicadas so stupid? You can fly. You have no reason to go down here at all. It's only death, and yet you do it anyway. Okay, grab the Echo, and then grab the Pearl. Careful. This song, actually playing. It's kind of nice. Oops, don't be stupid. Don't be a cicada. And then the best Echo theme, which is also only going to play for like 10 seconds. I'll let him talk. Funny how the Echoes actually acknowledge the Slugcat. The Subterranean one calls you a little beast. This one is like, it is some sort of rodent. Okay, time for the worst Pearl. Oh, sorry. Big antsy, it's like this. I don't know what ants are feeling. They're kind of like robots, really. They just kind of do stuff. It's a nice color of green, this dude. It's an egg bug. Oh, you know, a creature type that I'd love to see. I'd really like to see a mimic type of creature, but not one that's like a pole plant. Not like it like it looks harmless and you suddenly get attacked by it. Something like it's harmless, but it looks like something that is dangerous. Right, that would be really cool. Kind of like Scented Wings, like I said, the closest thing to that in the game. Scented Wings look scary. They're centipedes after all, and they're flying, but they're harmless for like 20 seconds when you enter a room. Just ignore them, and they won't hurt you at all. It's only if you stick around for a long time they will become aggressive. But you don't know that, of course, when you're starting to play the game, so they just are scary. And if they kill you like one time, then you learn, oh, they are dangerous. I'm going to avoid them now. No, he ran away. I need you to help me out here. I guess I only need one Spore Puff. Notice the shadow of the spores in the background, right behind me. Five hours later. This was one of the first things that I did on this channel. Right when I started streaming Rain World, the first thing I did was, or one of the first things I did was the challenge to collect all the pearls. So I was doing this on one of my very first streams. And every time I come back to this room, I'm reminded of that. Maybe I should have thrown that earlier. Yeah, come here. Why was he floating towards me like that? Yeah, they have one more opportunity to fix the reindeer, finally. Allegedly, the reindeer were fixed at some point in time, but they got unfixed at some point. Oh, I just made both of them shake at the same time. Cartoon guys smelling. No, that's exactly like that. See ya. Thanks for stopping by. This is the last stream for a while. I think my rule. I mean, I've talked about this 20 times already, so you probably already heard it before. I'm not going to stream the Watcher. I'm going to record my playthrough and upload it as a video later. I will not stream during that time. Maybe after like a week, I will. Excuse me. Hey, stand up. Maybe after like a week, I'll do a stream of another non-Rain World game. Okay, I've touched the pearl. This is why this is a really dangerous pearl to get. And okay. That was a mistake, jumping up there. Yeah, what the heck? He's like just parkoured. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, time to try that again. 20 minutes later. I'm going to spit out the neuron. So I have more room for Spore Puffs. And this is not a very long cycle either, whatever. Nice. Yo, you know something stupid is gonna happen on that platform. After like the 10 minutes that it takes to get there. I need to remember, whenever I go for all pearls, one of the pearls in the game. It's easy to forget. Y'all want to forget, really. Those were horrible misses. There we go. What's my mission? I am trying to basically 100% the game as Survivor. So I'm getting all the passages, all the echoes, all the pearls, and I'm delivering a neuron to the moon. We're currently trying to get the farm raised pearl, and I've already failed once. You could say it's not going very well, but you could also say that we're learning. I'm also not going to pick up a spear because I want to have a hand free for pearl. I still don't understand the reindeer. I have tweaked tweaked reindeer AI on, so they respond if you shake your controls around. Which if you look at my input display, it's it looks like that. I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to fall off this platform, but if you're on a controller, then you just spin the analog stick around. Yeah, come here. You better not be deciding to turn around. Thank you. See, like, why do they do that? Why do they, like, take big steps like that? Survivor Monk are the most boring. Did you start playing when Downpour released? I guess I should bring a little perspective to people who have only played Rainworld recently, or at least past when Downpour released. When Rainworld released 7 years ago, it was a very unique game. It was a very niche game. It was not very welcoming to players, but players did find the game. And it did develop some amount of a following. I don't like this situation. Oh, wait. Shoot, I just slipped. I just slipped off the edge. Oh, now the deer came back. But when Downpour released, it brought a lot of attention to the game, but a different kind of attention. I think maybe it was a younger audience. Maybe it was I don't know. It probably just that kind of explains most of it. But it kind of appealed to a different audience than vanilla, you know. And it kind of focused on different things, different themes. Downpour is different than vanilla in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways that some people enjoy. You know, more abilities with the Slugcats, more I don't know, just generally more content, right? But it's less of what Rainworld was when it released, which is mysterious and, you know, adventurous. You know, like what is this world? What does this world? What do these creatures do? Like it's exploring and not really knowing what's going on, trying to figure it out anyway. Yeah, I think that describes it pretty well. So a lot of people who are fans of base game did not really like Downpour as much. And I'm like kind of midway. Like I do enjoy Downpour. It's nice that there's a lot of content that was added. But some things that are really good about base game, it kind of missed completely. So a lot of people are hoping that for the Watcher, it kind of brings back some of that spark from base game. Especially, that was a horrible miss. Did he just unload? Shoot. Actually, I can afford to shoot. I missed both times. I tried to backflip. Hopefully one of the reindeer show up anyways. But A big part of that was because Downpour reused the same map. How do you how do you like have the sense of exploration and discovery if you are already familiar with like 90% of the content, right? And there are some new regions, right? But a lot of them are destinations rather than part of the journey, right? It's more like I'm going to go to Metropolis to kill the Scavenger King, or I'm going to go to Outer Expanse to make it to the Slugcat Tree, or I'm going to go to Submerge to revive Moon, right? You don't. It's not like Industrial. Like, what is the point of Industrial? To get to other regions, right? Industrial is just one location of many that you just travel to. Wait, why are you walking like that? Hello? You good? Thank you. I think, okay, we theorize that the Watcher takes place on a completely new map. I don't know if this is confirmed. And if you don't want to hear any speculation about the Watcher, maybe leave for like 10 minutes or something, I don't know. But I think ideally the Watcher is a completely new map. Because how do you... Oh shoot, please don't ground pound me. Because we've already explored so much of this world already. We've already heard the entirety of Five Pebbles and Moon's story, basically. Adding on to the map even more with, like, so many new regions or, like, whatever. But, okay, maybe there's a possibility that it adds to the map, but very far away, like, past, like, Outer Expanse. To like the next nearby iterator, right? But also I feel like the adjacent iterators are also, you know, they're kind of, we already know their story too, right? We know what No Significant Harassment did. We know what well, I guess that's Downpour, but we roughly know what Seven Red Suns did. Actually, I think the initial delivery of information was vanilla. But anyway, what is this guy doing? Oh no, this is gonna take forever to resolve, isn't it? Oops, sorry. And that thing just fell. No, turn around. That guy's hungry. Dude, you're gonna dip into that worm grass. Well, I guess it solved the problem. I did stab this deer in the face. Sorry about that. What was I talking about? Right, we know about the nearby iterators, the local group. We roughly know their story. And we also roughly know, Sliver of Straw's story. They are a very, I mean, obviously we don't know everything about them. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I was so worried I was gonna fall. So there's also a possibility that the Watcher takes place near Sliver of Straw, and we hear about the rest of that story, but I also kind of feel like that's unlikely. Because Sliver of Straw has served her purpose in the story of being the catalyst of the events that we see in the game, right? I mean, even if it was near Sliver of Straw, that is still a completely new part of the map, right? So no matter what it is, it's very likely to be a completely new area, which is already like a huge step up over Downpour. just new stuff that isn't just the same map that we've been adding on to for 7 years. Like even mods that add new regions, they're still connected to base game, right? I don't know if there's any mods that like completely do their own thing. Shoot, I need food. I'm not going to die to Vulture after all that. So it's kind of impossible to recreate that experience of playing Survivor for the first time, which is, you know, the experience that a lot of people enjoy the most about this game. There's just nothing to eat. And also the original developers of Rain World are working on the Watcher. That's promising. I picked up a rock. That's enough food. Okay. Hello? What are you doing in here? I will feed you to this vulture. Okay, what is happening? What's gonna happen though? This vulture can't leave, right? Well, we'll just wait. Maybe that green lizard will show up. Or a scavenger. Scavengers could save me. This guy seems very confused. Oh, that poor blue. Yeah, all the lizards are just gonna be scared. I don't think I'm gonna go back to the pearl. If I do die here, I'm not gonna get the pearl again. I don't want to bother with that. Sorry. This guy doesn't know. He doesn't know how to move. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna move on. Technically, you can say that I've failed to collect the pearl, but I'm not spending the rest of the stream in farmers. And also, I don't think there's a ceiling in that room, unless I'm crazy. No, there is not. That vulture just spawned in somehow. I probably would have just ended up drowning at the end of the cycle. Hey guys. I'm allowed through, right? Yeah, we're chill like that. So, what is our goal now? I wanted to get to Shoreline now, right? I need the Shaded Echo. I think that's... Okay, so I already got the wall, chimney, sky, farm, subterranean, shade. Yeah, that's all the echoes. I also got the pearls in all those regions. So I just need the shaded garbage, drainage, shoreline, subterranean. Those are the ones that I have left. Power flower, thank you. So I think I want to rush to shaded. I'll go to like shaded, shoreline, garbage, drainage, subterranean. That'll be the routes. Got the pearls here. I don't think there's anything else for me to do. In terms of passages... Yeah, we're pretty set on the rest of the passages. Just gotta get the shaded quickly. Why did I fall down here? The wall is the best vanilla region. Well, it's a sub-region, so what about the rest of exterior? The wall is really cool. It has some really cool parts about it. It's maybe a little bit unbalanced in terms of just how many lizards there are. Just like all of the orange lizards and then all of the white lizards, and then for all the hard mode campaigns, it's like all the cyan lizards, right? But also it's supposed to be like a hard mode path. You're either like you've either already met pebbles and you're gonna go down the wall, which is much easier, or you're using it as a shortcut to get the pebbles to skip the entirety of the region, in which case it kind of deserves to be hard, right? And it does allow for, you know, a lot of speedrun routes. The fact that the wall is there, so. Yep, not gonna get those unlocked. I can probably just rush all the way through Shaded. Is there a region that I'm forgetting? I don't think so. There's less regions than in Downsmore. No Pipe Yard, no Outer Expanse. No Submerged. So I just want to get to the Echo, really. That's scary. Favorite vanilla regions? We're in one right now. I really like Shaded. If you want to get to Moon, this is the best way to do it. If you just want to chill out and listen to the music. Also good music. The biggest problem that I have about Shaded is it's really new player unfriendly. You know, a lot of the time new players will wander in here and then get lost and quit the game, maybe. But, you know, I have experience with the game, so I've learned the routes, I've learned how to navigate in the dark, and it's the place I really like to go. The movement is a lot of fun. Five Pebbles is probably the worst. Five Pebbles is super cool. Probably one of the more fascinating things in any game that I've played. The fact that you spend most of your time in Rain Worlds in these like ruins or like garbage, you know, like the contrast between garbage wastes and Five Pebbles is insane, and it's like it's such a fascinating part of this game. The fact that you kind of get used to just being out in the environment and being just another animal, right? And then, oh, we're in a massive supercomputer now with a city on top of it. Like, it's just crazy. But after that first time through Pebbles, you don't ever really want to return, you know? It's a nice spectacle, but it's not a fun place to be. Shaded, however, is the exact opposite. You don't like being here on your first playthrough, but once you know the route, it's a really nice shortcut. Like, you see how quickly I've already made it to the other side of the region, basically. I think actually I'll activate the Echo. Oh, I can actually do a few things at once. I can grab a flashbang from the Echo room as well, and use that to get the pearl. It just works out, doesn't it? Shaded also has a very unique ecosystem. It's mostly lantern mice and spiders. Why am I going down here? You don't really see lantern mice anywhere else in the game. And there are some other spiders, but not as many in Shaded. No Coelescopedes either, right? Flashbangs and the mirror spurts. It's a very unique region. And then the way the scavengers carry lanterns too. Just move any slower, scavenger. Excuse me. And sure, I'll do this right now. No harm. Really easy way to get this pearl is just use a flashbang. Kills all the spiders. Yeah, no risk of dying. I guess I can give this pearl to the scavengers too. Wish the scavenger was not the industrial entrance. Honestly, that'd make way more sense. Trade for a lantern, and then let you navigate through the rest of it. I think that's the way you're supposed to do it in reverse. Don't go to Shaded first. You go to Garbage Waste first. Garbage Waste, Shoreline, then Shaded. You trade with the merchant because there's a ton of pearls over there, right? There's like 2 pearls sitting right next to the Shoreline gates. Trade with the scavengers, get a lantern, and then go to Memory Crypts on your way to 5 Pebbles, right? That's like the intended routes. Can we trade with the scavenger? Give them an item. I'm holding a pearl right now. If I hold down and grab, it drops it. Pearls, you can just throw them. If you're trying to like give a scavenger a spear, for example, you don't want to throw the spear. You have to drop it like that. If you just throw a pearl at them, they'll drop whatever items they're carrying. Merchants are, they're in specific spots. They tend to have better items than other merchants. They're also more likely to want to trade with you instead of trying to kill you. I'll actually go and trade with one right now for fun. That echo, it's so wrong when they're talking to rivulets. You have no name. Like, actually, I'm Ruffles. Ruffles the rivulets like that. Is rivulet, like, actually their name? Like, they're, So I gave this guy a pearl. He gave me a lantern and some spears. I don't actually need a lantern at all. But, if I was traveling through more Shaded, I would like to have a lantern. But I'm already glowing anyway. Shaded Bridge. Hello, welcome to the stream. This room is kind of infamous. I have a karma flower. Yeah, you have to be careful around the scavengers. Accidentally angering them pretty bad. So I did everything in. Oh no. I could kill a mole lizard in shaded, but I'm gonna go to filtration anyways. I'm pretty much guaranteed to end up in filtration at some point, so there's gonna be mole lizards there. Don't really need a shelter. Let's go visit Moon. Actually, not yet. Okay, I should. Well, no. Try to figure things out on the fly. I'd want to grab the pearls, right? There's a lot of pearls in Shoreline. So I can go this direction. Although I could just go to Moon first. Yeah, so I don't need to backtrack, whatever. Shout out to this shelter. That's always flooded. Monster kelp are omnivores. They eat everything. I think they even eat like lanterns. They like if you just give them an item, they will eat it, or a creature, or yourself, or anything. This is exactly what I didn't want to see. Oh, he got his meal. Crunch. Anything that has a solid hitbox. So like they can't eat rocks, but they can eat some like fruits. They can eat grenades. Hello. Welcome to Rain World. Remember when I did this jump in the bingo tournaments and the commentator was like super surprised that this is possible to make it up here with that pounce? That was funny. I don't know if anyone watched that tournament. It was like the very first game of the whole thing. I better still have this neuron in my stomach. Okay, good. Hello. It's funny that Moon says this, considering that she's basically the source of like all of your information in this game. Thanks for the offer, but I don't think I'm interested in getting that kind of stuff. I know that my channel is very bare bones. I don't have any like stream overlay. I don't have any customization on my channel pages, but I kind of don't care. I don't know. I don't usually think much about like that kind of stuff, but it probably would be a good idea to do it eventually. My Twitch page is like completely empty. But for streams specifically, I like having less stuff on screen. I should probably, sorry Moon, you're cool and all, but I should probably get moving. I do like having like no notifications, no stream overlay, just gameplay really. I find streams with that kind of stuff to be very distracting. That's just me. Oh, pearl. Before I forget, there's a pearl in this room I need to get. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Actually, I don't have any notifications because I don't have any, like, I don't have any way to, like, donate or to like, subscribe or anything. I mean, you can subscribe on YouTube, but, you know, it's kind of weird that they call it subscribing because it's basically the same as following on any other platform. Bradley became a scavenger. Who says that I haven't been a scavenger this whole time? York. And I don't care about this pearl anymore. Oops. And it would probably be a good idea to shelter right here. The jetfish will be waiting for me. It'd be cool if this cutscene showed extra neurons. If you gave her some. Okay, am I making any progress on the scholar? There we go. So I did have to see Moon. But we'll be getting more pearls. There's the garbage pearl, there's the drainage pearl, there's 2 subterranean pearls. I do wonder how hard it's going to be to get that subterranean pearl. The one that's close to farm raise. Oh boy, the best part of Spearmaster's campaign, we have to carry a pearl around. What is this guy doing? Isn't it a little bit absurd that they expect you to go all the way to, you know, they don't expect you, but a lot of players, shoot, can I get up all the way up here? I guess I can take this route. A lot of players go to Moon immediately as Spearmaster. There we go. They go to Moon. They have a conversation. It's a cool cutscene. They're like, okay, now go to Pebbles. You go to Pebbles. Okay, now go back to Moon. Go back to Moon. Okay, now go back to Sky. It's like, how many times do you have to go back and forth? And you can't even pass it with a pearl. They specifically designed it so that you're not supposed to passage. As Artificer? That's even more sad. Because you don't even know if you're just missing the path. Because, you know, it's impossible to get to Moon as Artificer. But some of the rooms are still there. So you might spend a lot of time looking for Moon, even though it's straight up just impossible. Let's just not die to leeches, actually. I just thought about that, you know, it'd not be very pleasant to die to leeches. If you can hear my keyboard, I'm spamming all the keys. But I've noticed that spamming the keys is a pretty effective way of getting rid of leeches. Oh, good job. You will be consumed by the kelp. Or the leeches. Take your poison. So there is a vulture up there. I'm good, actually. There's a pearl right in this room. Bag of pearls. We're pretty sure that Survivor and Monk don't interact at all until, like, post Outer Expanse, right? Or not, I mean, you know what I mean. Until both of them get to Outer Expanse, but that's Downpour. So in Vanilla, they don't meet at all until the Depth. And it's, you know, you can argue that they're technically not even meeting there. If there was a Jetfish in this room, that would be amazing. Don't go, why'd I go back here? That's a snail. Jetfish? Okay, it's possible. Maybe. Lure the Jetfish with fruit. It actually worked. I kind of didn't expect that to actually work. Like the way the game told you to do it. I have plenty of time. I should be able to get this pearl as well. This is probably one of the next hardest pearls to get in the game. I should go grab those items. Yes, there are indeed Jetfish. It's just, will you actually be able to grab the Jetfish? That's a different question. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a skip. Nice. Start music all of a sudden. Is there a white lizard? No, I bonked my head on the ceiling. There's a white lizard. Okay, well, time to look for more items. I guess I only, well, I would like to have two. I feel like that throw boost might have messed me up. If I just didn't throw anything, I would have made it, maybe. Here's a rock. Okay, attempt two. Make it vultures instead. Yeah, that white lizard is all the way down there. Okay, don't mess this up. I think this pounce is the more reasonable way to do this. Yeah. There we go. There might also be a white lizard in this room, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to grab the pearl and leave. I think I do need to just leave the way I came from. There we go, this pearl. I forget what this pearl even says. If someone wants to check that pearl dialogue for that one I just picked up. This is such a difficult one to grab, but like maybe it has some sort of significance to it. Jetfish, please show up again. Okay, he just ran away immediately. Does the bait work again? Okay, Okay, it's not close to raining. I was a little bit worried that it might be about to rain and these guys wouldn't help me. I think it's also actually possible to make this jump. Or to make the swim. It's just very difficult. Oh! Shoot, I almost missed them. Thank you for cooperating. I think we shelter before anything bad happens. Get out of here. Okay, so I got all the pearls in Shoreline. I delivered the Neuron to Moon last cycle. Time to go to Garbage Wastes. I wonder if this gives me a skull already. I think actually, yeah, that's one that I'm getting right now. I have become a scholar. 3 more passages. I still have to befriend a lizard. That's gonna take a while, but I know a perfect spot to do it. Right now we're actually rushing to Garbage Wastes. Pretty much just to grab the pearl, I think. Grabbing the pearl and then just going to drainage system. I wonder what the fastest route is. Actually, I think it's this way. Optimistic. This might be a long stream. And we still have to get the subterranean pearl. Most of them. Maybe I did think I'd do this a little bit faster, but yeah, I wasn't speedrunning the whole time. Is that... Jellyfish are quite effective weapons. Occasionally. You know what? Let's hold on to not you. These jellyfish right here. Ow! Don't drown. Guys, stop. Thank you. Jellyfish are also a very good defense against vultures. So you can throw them upwards. Ouch. I tried to grab it. So there's this thing. It's actually a really interesting phenomena. It's called clouds. That's what happens when water evaporates. Becomes vapor, rises up into the sky, and then condenses into clouds. And you know, maybe they just kind of hang out up there for a while. Maybe they ran down again. But every once in a while, these clouds they cover the sun. So it actually becomes dark, even though it's still daytime. I know, it's pretty crazy. I don't need a karma flower. Maybe a pre-cycle. Okay, garbage wastes. I only have to get the pearl. Actually, if I hold on to this jellyfish, I can zap the brother Longlegs. I think I'll do that. Sounds fun. Also need to grab a pearl to pay the toll, although I don't really need to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. there's some way to do that movements without falling all the way down. Excuse me. Cicada. That was funny movements. Oh, best garbage waste song. I just want to let this play. Hey. Okay, that's another pearl. I did not expect to see those guys right there by the pipe. I think it'd be really easy to avoid. Just hanging out on the ceiling? Well, thank you. This song is playing. So I have no reason to use this jellyfish anymore. And nice jellyfish can zap leeches. It protects you a little bit. Okay, these rooms feel very similar, don't they? Dream. A little bit out of order, don't you think? I've already been there. Been there, done that. Got the neuron. Okay, 2 more regions, drainage and subterranean. 1 more lizard, the mole lizard in subterranean, and the friend, which I can get in subterranean. I guess I'll just eat this jellyfish then. And the pearl right here is actually a really convenient spot, pretty much right on the path that I want to take. Yeah, look at this nice picture I took with Moon. In that case, thank you, I guess. That's a question. maybe don't continue on this topic. Okay, this is a very fun room. Actually, yeah, it is a fun room. Test your swimming abilities. lot of people don't like these this part of drainage, but once you learn how to swim, it's not that bad. Unless leeches get you. Just as long as the leeches don't follow you into the next room, you're pretty safe. Can I take this path all the way to subterranean? There's also these. Here's the pearl. That's a very interesting pearl for the lore. By the way, if you're carrying a bubbleweed, you can swim boost as much as you want with no oxygen penalty. So you can swim very fast. I already ate. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about how much time I have left. Okay, I think we're done with that. That's a very difficult swim, goodness. Probably supposed to save the bubbleweed for that. Oh well. We're alive. This is a very funny kelp because it can't actually grab you. As will not exist. I should have used that spear to pin on the wall. Well, I did pin it in the wall, just not in the right spot. Shoot. Is this actually a bad spot to be in? Because you can't really make it to that platform. I think Downpour changes this room so it's easy to climb up. Shoot, there's no spears. Can I just swim out of the water? Oh, that almost works. Yeah, that should work, surely. How much time do I have left? Plenty. That was awful. There we go. Yeah, this room is like strangely really difficult to climb up. I think you're just supposed to go down. Ever try to form a psychic link with someone on the other side of the planet? No. Not a business. Alright. Only 3 things to do. 4. I guess there's 2 pearls. I guess I'll try it. No, I'll get the filtration pearl first. And then I'll go for the other one. And then I can head down to the lizard room. And I'll have to kill a mole lizard too. Kind of weird being able to see this room. Seeing how many times I've done it without any lights at all. We're gonna go, I think we're gonna go down. I don't really remember there. Okay, I have to go down anyway. Quite close to the depths here. You're gonna die. Oh, you're in the worst spot. Can you get out of there? Okay, that works. Yikes, that's an amalgamation. A collection of lizards. What's a group of lizards called? Goodness. You know what? Let's shelter. I feel like sheltering right now. Light's dream? Yep. It's actually, this is kind of a fascinating image. There's also a pearl where a ancient talks about how they had a dream of seeing lights when they were working on the trains in Subterranean. Oh, that's two passages. Only one left, but I still have to get the pearls, of course. 16. 16? Is that a Rainworld reference? We're cooked. It's like the void calls to people. Very hungry. Maybe this is kind of a strange route through Subterranean, but I don't really have another option, considering that I entered from drainage. Oh, I made that jump. See, this room is so easy to navigate. Shout out to this kelp up here, stuck in that one pipe that no creature's ever going to enter in their life. Has anyone been killed by that kelp? I showed you my lights, please send. Here is second to last pearl right here. Don't care about us though. Okay. Any plans for the stream? I mean, we are chilling. Hopefully. Hi, Leviathan. My goal right now is to get to Crystal to make a friend. I need to tame a lizard. But I also need to grab the other pearl on the other side of the region. Which actually, shoot. Can I not access that? Uh oh. Hold on. Hold on. Right. Okay. So, to passage. I didn't really want to passage. Because the whole point is that I'm getting passages. I don't want to use them up, but it would be faster. It would be faster. So I'm gonna make it to the shelter, and then I'm going to passage to farm raise, where I can then get the pearl, and then I guess I'll just be back in subterranean at that point. The reader, the viewer, the lurker, the streamer. Classic subterranean lagging. It's the centipede down there. Yeah, you better run away. Subterranean path to shoreline? What do you mean? It's a totally reasonable path to take through the game. Not difficult at all. Oh, he just left. Thank you. Way more centipedes in this area than I thought there'd be. Goodness. Here's another one. I know, I'm a little bit surrounded, aren't I? Well, you're kind of dead. Oh yeah, well, I'll be back. I think about 2 weeks. Well, we'll see. I think a generally agreed upon time frame is 2 weeks. Gives people enough time to play through the game themselves. Because I'm sure that you could probably beat the game in a day. I mean, we'll figure out the speedrun, of course. But the time that'll take to like thoroughly explore the map and really discover everything they want to, that's gonna take a while. Especially for people who don't have that much free time. So in Downpour adds a pipe right here, and it takes you to the other side of Subterranean, where the pearl is that I'm trying to get. Why are there so many of you guys? Oh dear. Oh, that's your mistake. Good job. I should have let him run away. There's a dead spider here. Here, eat this guy. Yeah! Take him away. Oh, scavengers. We're chill with these guys. Welcome to the best room in Subterranean. And that green lizard will become our friend. Not yet, though. We will do that later. Unless he wants to come into the shelter right now. No. They were just walking over it. Okay. So, we're gonna have to passage. Of the wiki editors already, they are also taking a 2 weeks. It will take 2 weeks before any edits are made to the wiki. I killed 4 large centipedes that cycle. Oh, is this the Wander? Didn't expect this one to be the one that I use. I guess this one I got most recently. So we are going to... That's a lot of regions. We're going to Farmraise. This is exactly where I want to go. I guess I should have routed in using passages more, but didn't really want to. Like when I got the like I could have passed it from Farmraise to Shaded or something like that. Yeah, the live stream to boost the algorithm. Well, thank you. Dude, did I overshoot it? I did, or I undershot it. Ow. Well, let's try to use these spears. Oh, I thought there'd be more spears. Does Downpour add more spears? Hold on. There's an opportunity here. Oh, the camera messed me up. Hold on. Okay, all the way back down. It's not a problem though. Could I have just died and tried again from the top? Maybe. Oh, the timing slows down when you get up here. I actually don't know. I don't even know where the pearl is. I don't know how high I need to go. Is it that high? I guess you could culture and wall climb all the way up. Once you get past this little bump. There's not even any spears here. What the heck? Okay. I think we just take the reasonable approach. Sorry, movementers. I will be streaming again. If Silksong is announced, I will stream Hollow Knight. Or I get not announced, but if we get like a release date, I will stream Hollow Knight. There's like a chance. I mean, I guess there's always a chance. Silksong will release tomorrow after all. But yeah, if there's some sort of Silksong news, I'll stream Hollow Knight. I suck. Shoot, did I? No. Wait. Okay. It's possible. I should learn a setup for like getting upside down quickly. Ah, frick. No. Oh. Okay, I kind of found a way to do it. Just kidding. Oh. Well, okay. Maybe I could have figured that out eventually. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the animation to be that long. It's the problem. That's true too, but that's a given. Is it a given? Is it gonna take another year? I think it. I think 2025 is official for Deltarune, chapter 3 and 4. I don't know if chapter 5 is included as well. That's gonna be ridiculous. 2 chapters is so much. Think about how big of an impact chapter 1 and 2 had, right? And those were separated by quite a lot. Would it be better to Oh wow. It's just that easy. I'll give this to the scavenger merchant for being a chill dude, even though I've never met him before. Look at that, it's just the shelter. Nothing else is beyond that point. I've not taken this path in a long time. I always take the other path that goes through the water rooms. The training merchants killed you as hunter? Well, I think that was your problem, actually. Oh shoot, that was risky. Why'd I turn around? Okay, we're chill. Okay. Don't come after me. Funny song. I died to a... Oh, wait. I don't know how large these centipedes are. I don't think they're big enough to... Oh, no, they're big enough. Oh, wait. What? Okay. That can happen. I thought that if a centipede grabs you, you're dead. Unless it's a baby centipede, but they never shock you. You always have to grab onto a baby centipede for them to shock you, right? Here, have a lantern. Hey, dude. I'll take a spear. Because I hit them with a rock, and in self-defense they grabbed me and shocked me. That's an interaction I've not seen before. I guess I kind of assume that the small ones just kind of ignore you. Cool, we're friends now. And what's great about this shelter, the green lizard gets stuck. I think we're already tamed because it's a green. It tends to get stuck in the shelter, so you just go get food, shelter again, and just repeat until we're friends. No, come back. Why does it want to leave? Oh, wait. Better enter again. I should have just sheltered instantly. Okay, I don't know why they did that. Tournament? I have not heard of a tournament until just now. Okay. Oh, do you want to eat a spider? Maybe that's your problem. We're not good enough friends. Okay, you're totally capable of getting food on your own. I don't need to help you. Excuse me. Okay, that works out. I don't know why they didn't want a shelter here. That's strange. If it okay, flashes the green, close the shelter. You might just leave. Okay, we're good. Can I... Oh, I can try this setup again. It's such a long animation. I mean, is this roughly correct? That kind of turns me around. Huh. That's not gonna work. Okay, just do a vault or something. I don't know. Or the easiest solution. Hit it with a rock. You know what? A spear right here would make things easier. And see, you just come back to shelter, and here's a grain lizard. And you just shelter again. Are there any more details? You can't just mention a tournament. Hello, grain lizard. Can we stop being fused together? Thank you. New tech. New tech just discovered. That was some crazy speed. And then you just go into this room and there's like 10 centipedes to eat. Like there's infinite food in this area and the green lizard just sits in the shelter. Hey, this tournament doesn't elaborate. Leaves. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've left. And Downpour takes this wonderful, perfect utopia and puts a karma lizard in the middle of it. Like, how dare they, really? Spider came in too. Next cycle is gonna be something. And then the Slugcat swims down. No? Okay, just the same thing? But that should be all of the passages. I don't have them all collected at once because I used a passage, which is kind of unfortunate, but that is all 10 of them completed. And I believe I touched all the pearls. If there's one that I forgot, I'm very sorry. I don't think there's any others. Unless like one region has like multiple pearls. I can search it up real quick. Industrial has 1, Shoreline has 3, I got all 3 of those. Garbage has 1, I got that. Farmer has 2, I got both of those. Skyland has 2, I got both of those. Subterranean has 2, which I got both of them. Shaded has 1 that I got. Chimney has 1 that I got. Drainage has 1 that I got. Outskirts. Exterior. Pipe yard. Nope. Bank region. Okay, so I got all of them. Maybe you could say that I didn't technically get the farmer's one because I died, but, you know, let's just not worry about that. I didn't want to spend, like, 10 hours in farmers. I would go to the depths, and I don't think it'd be that difficult. But it's already been over 3 hours, so I think this is just gonna be the end of the stream. So in order to see the end screen, I'd have to go through the whole void sequence. Which, by the way, has there been any agreed upon theory of what the void worms are? Or are they just still just a huge mystery of just like they're just down there and they just do their thing and, you know. Because there's definitely a lot of theories out there that I've heard. And they all might make sense. You know. So if there's one thing that the Watcher can maybe give some answers on, void worms are a big one. Big possibility. Although it's kind of a thing like maybe they don't exist at all. And maybe any information or any attempts to get information of what the void worms are will just lead to getting dissolved by the void sea, right? You can't like go down, check, and then come back and be like, hey guys, there's some void worms down there. Maybe everyone who has seen them has just, you know, been dissolved shortly afterwards. Anyway, that was nice. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.